guys, it's Suoryehan back to my channel. Alright guys, you guys know what time it is. It is time to wrap up 2023 and look over what has worked the best for Su뷰티. I have a lot guys, so let's get started right away. P.S. I will be linking all the videos that I talked in depth for each product, so if you guys are more interested, go check that out. It'll be in the description box down below. But yeah, without further ado, let's get this video started. First, of course guys, you guys know I have to do a shout out for my baby So Good Feel So Calm Toner Pad. It just works guys, it just hit the spot for me. I mean, I know I made it, but it's so good. And I just want to thank you guys for showing continuous love. It's already been 2 years since I created this, and honestly, in the industry, beauty industry, a lot of people say like the sparkle for a product is like 2 years, but you guys continue to show a continuous love even though it hasn't been more than 2 years. But anyways, so I just want to thank you guys, and you guys know it's good. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's basically a toner pad that I created, and it's got these cotton pads pre-drenched in essence. It has 83% of cabbage leaf water, as well as centella, as well as cucumber, as well as aloe. All the calm ingredients. It's very, very soothing, calming. And if you are dealing with a bit of redness, if you're dealing with a lot of like heat on your face, this will do guys. So make sure to check it out. Moving on to the next product, it is the 107 Soseo Vinbiome Vitamin C serum. This honestly has to be the product of the year for me, for reals. I just fell in love with it. I reached out to Bran and I was like, hey, can we collab on this? Because I love it and I think people need to know about this. And you guys saw me rave about it, especially for the first half of this year. And I still am breathtaking, speechless on how beautiful this is, from A to Z, from the packaging, formulation, ingredient list, the people behind it, the brand owners, just everything. I love everything about 107. And you guys know this was also in the Unisu box, which we are still selling. We have a very limited quantity left. So grab your hands on it if you can, because this is in it, and the box itself is cheaper than the original price of this. So make sure to check it out. But this is basically a vitamin C serum, and it has 15% of 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a vitamin C derivative, but it's one of the most stable and efficient vitamin C derivative there is out there. And I actually did an interview with formulator, and he told us that they went through so many samples, so many tests to see if it was stable, and so many tests to see if it was suitable for sensitive skin. You guys know this is the stuff, you know? The formulation is a little thick, I guess, but it makes it perfect for the weather right now. It's a little cold. Actually, not little, it's very cold in Korea. I could not sleep last night because it was so cold in this hotel room. But it absorbs beautifully, and there's no oil in it. Even though I always describe it as it being like oily, there's no oil in it. It's the ingredient. Ooh, I forgot the ingredient, having a brain fart, but I'll write it right here. But it's that ingredient that kind of gives it that kind of emollient, thick, nourishing feels, but afterwards it doesn't feel like you put on an oil. You know when you put on an oil, you get that kind of occlusive layer. You don't get that with this at all, and it just absorbs beautifully, and it's beautiful guys. Oh, and I asked the brand managers if they were gonna have a sale on this. This is not an ad guys, this video is not sponsored, and they did say they were going to have 45% off for this on Amazon. So if you guys were interested, now is the time. 45% is like 50% off, right? It's like, hello, you need to get your hands on this. But anyways, make sure to check this out. Good job 107. Okay, I feel like if 107, the vitamin C serum, was the product for the first half, the second half, it has got to be this baby. This is the VT Reedle Shot, and I'm using 300. This is such an innovation. You guys know I really do treasure novelty in skincare, just because I feel like half of them are like the same products. But VT broke through and they came out with this new concept, and they've coined it as device skincare. So you guys know device is like all the trend in Korea, and so they were like, what skincare can we come up with that will emulate the effects of actually going to dermatologists and doing microneedling? And they came out with this. Now Reedle is actually their patented ingredient, and it's these microneedle shaped silica, and you do feel a bit of prickliness when you apply it on, but you get used to it, and I honestly feel like this does wonders for my pores and my texture. So I absolutely love this, and I also love the fact that you could just incorporate it to any routine. You don't have to like take anything out, you don't have to be careful except for devices, and you just plop it in. And so I've just been really loving this for my night routine. I think it's been working wonders. Next is also another classic one of mine. If you're a subby, if you're my subby, you guys know I love the Isntree Chestnut BHA 2%. Union started that, now it's stuck, and now we cannot undo it. Clear liquid. This is basically exfoliating liquid with 2% BHA, like its name, and this just works. This works for acne, guys. I will say this won't work for like the huge inflammation, but just any pimple that you get, it actually helps it go away. And so I love doing a DIY sheet mask with this, you know, drenched cotton pads, and just put it on my T-zone and kind of handle any like whiteheads I might have or any like bumpiness that I might have, and it works, guys. And I love the fact that it's not harsh. I've used a Paula's Choice 2%, and for some reason that seems a little harsh, but this one is very gentle, that I feel like you shouldn't, but at one point I was just using this every day unconsciously because I was like, yeah, it works fine, and my skin didn't get sensitized at all. And I did that for like a full 10 days because I was dealing with some bumps on my forehead. I think this is something that I always have in my collection no matter what. Speaking of my collection, you guys know the ISOI Acne Dr. First Speedy Spot is like a no-brainer for me. I actually even used it yesterday because, okay, I'm on like for the past 2 days, so for the past 48 hours, or I want to say 72 hours, I've been on kind of like a crazy schedule, and I'm really tired, and I wasn't able to get a lot of good sleep because hotel rooms are so cold in the winter. I put on the heater up for 30 degrees and it was still so freaking cold. And you guys, it's because of lack of sleep and stress, my skin was flaring up, like a lot of redness, especially in my cheeks. And I have this acne, it's dormant, it's not active, so it doesn't hurt, but it's still there and it's red, so I guess it's not technically dormant. But anyways, I put this on, I slathered this all over yesterday before going to sleep, and it did not only instantly relieve the redness, but it also calmed it down. So next day morning, of course it's still there. Like I said a million times, there's no skincare that will actually physically remove your acne completely in one day, but this does help calm it down. So this is something I always need to have. I think I have like 10 in my collection just in case. My sister also likes this, so she's always like looking for an extra one that she can take. And what I also love about this is that considering it's like an acne spot treatment, it's not too harsh. It's to a point where I can just apply this on my sensitive red cheeks and it just works and it just calms it down. And you guys know another factor about this product is how the formulation hardens, so that I don't have to worry about it like slipping down, which is usually the case with a lot of spot treatments. But this one kind of hardens, and in the morning you'll see like the white, I guess, peel of it, and you just like take it off, wash it off, whatever, and it works beautifully. So make sure to check this out if you do have acne prone skin for sure. Okay, next let's talk about SPFs, because I have a lot. I have quite a few, as you guys can see. Alright, first, you guys know this is like a part of me now. It's part of my identity. It's the Roundlab Birch Tree Moisturizing Sunscreen. Hey, I memorized the name of it. Hey, there we go. This is also in the Unisu box if you guys want to check it out. Need I say more? Honestly, I feel like the whole industry, if you're the tad bit interested in K-beauty, you know how good this is. So I'm gonna pause. Okay, now here's another addition that did surprise me. This is the House of Dohwa Rice Bran Sunscreen. And honestly, the formulation is pretty similar to the Roundlab one. It's got that milky, lotiony type that we all love, that is suitable for every day. Feels like skincare, like cream skincare. But I just love the packaging. This is my second one, by the way. And so this has a tear rip. So once you're almost done, you can just rip it open and you can scrape everything out of it. Now, of course, you can do that with this one as well. But because the packaging of this one, so the outer is paper and the inside, I believe, is like plastic. But because of that, it's just really easy to squeeze everything out and because it uses less plastic, I feel less guilty, and it's just, there's so many factors that led me to unconsciously reach out for it. I wasn't even thinking, I was like, let me just use this one. You know, it's good for the environment, it's better for the environment, should I say. It works fine, it smells delightful. It does have a scent, I will say. And it just works beautifully on my skin. So I believe I have a discount code. This is not sponsored once again, guys, but I do have a discount code if you guys want to check it out. I think this was a delight to use. This is a chemical sunscreen with a lot of chemical UV filters, and it just works beautifully. All right, next, of course, is Dohwa. I love Dohwa. I forgot to bring their first spray mist, serum mist. Honestly, it's obviously one of my favorite products. I use it day to day. I just don't mention it as often as I should be or I want to, but I have it on my desk and I'm just like spraying it all day long. But their sunscreen, their toner color correcting sunscreen was a beautiful sunscreen to work with, especially on days where I don't feel like doing makeup but I need a little bit of life to my face so people don't think I'm a zombie. And this is also great to put it on your neck and décolleté if you're wearing something like an off shoulder. And also this morning when I went to go get breakfast in this hotel, I just plopped this on and it just worked fine, you know. It's great for lazy days and it blends in beautifully. It does have a white cast, so like its name, tone up. It does have a bit of peachy pigment, but I think it's beautiful. Now I will say the formulation of this is very like heavy and thick and dewy. So if you are very oily or you live somewhere hot and humid and you're just like, I don't want none of that nonsense, then maybe look into other options. There are a lot of toner sunscreens that are physical SPFs. Those are very matte, and honestly most of them are just like white cast, but anyways. But if you're looking for something a little bit more chunks, a little bit more hydrating, this is definitely your jam. Speaking of hot and humid weather, I have just settled on an SPF that I just take with me out when I'm going somewhere hot and humid, and it is the Shiseido, the Perfect Protector Synchro Shield Wet Force. Okay, no, that's not the name. The Perfect Protector. It is this one. It's so famous, and honestly, guys, okay, first, this is high end. You guys know I never really liked, you know, there's nothing bad with that. I mean, I don't dislike them, but it's just like there's so many great Kbeauty options out there. You know, affordable ones, skincare that works. So, you know, why spend that extra money when I can save, right? That was kind of like my stance. But this is different. The formulation of this SPF is so beautiful. The white one is also another one that I really love. That one has a little bit of milky, I guess, tone-up effect. So that's great for like every single day too. But this one is like my go-to. Without even blinking an eye when I go somewhere hot and humid, because not only is it strong against heat but also sweat and water. So a lot of the physical sunscreens that we see in the market, especially Kbeauty, they're only like water resistant. They're not technically like sweat or heat resistant, but this has a lot of like great technology in it, so it actually protects my skin. So when I use this, I can notice that my skin doesn't get burnt as easily. Now it is a tad bit expensive, and that's why I only use it when it's very necessary, like when I'm going into a pool in Thailand, when I'm going swimming in the ocean in Southeast Asia. And also the formulation is beautiful. Once you blend it in, it honestly feels like you didn't put on anything. It's that really velvet finish, and I think a lot of guys were like it. I took this to my recent trip to Thailand, and one of my guy friends, he was like, Nuna, I want to buy this, and he bought it right on the spot because he really liked the finish. Moving on to cremas. Okay, I do have 3, and I'm going to be brief with them because I honestly did like a whole video on each of these. But first, the Miriam May Sensitive Soothing Gel Cream. This is a beautiful cream to use if you live somewhere hot and humid, or you have like oily skin and you just need the splash of hydration. It is a gel cream, but there's so much more to this. It's like, look at the stuff. Isn't it neat? Okay, I'm sorry I did that, but it was necessary. Very hydrating. It's like psh, 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 splash, splash, splash of hydration, and it's very light. And the ingredient list is really calming as well. Oh, it has H. cordata and tea tree in it, so it's very calming. Oh, this is my second top, guys. This cream is more of a recent discovery. This is the VT Reedle Shot Vita Light Cream. Why am I not already done with this? Like, seriously. It is 50 ml, but I love this cream because it's both suitable for hot and cold weather. I loved it when I was in Korea, like throughout the winter, and then even I took this with me to Thailand and it worked beautifully at night. And it's got all of these vitamin ingredients that's going to help with antioxidation and brightening. If I can open this, see, it's so dirty because I just used the heck out of it. And the formulation is it's like a cross between a gel and a regular cream, and I'd say the ratio is like 50-50. But I just love how it goes on. It's so Jones, and it's a delight, honestly. It is a little bit sensitive, but it's very subtle. So if you're looking for like a nice steady cream to help kind of brighten up your complexion, check this out. Last cream is the Isntree Collagen Green Tea Ceramide Bounce Cream, aka the Brown Bounce Cream. I really like this cream because it just made my skin feel healthier, which it isn't right now because I've been trying to cram in so many contents while I'm in these hotels, nice luxurious hotels. So you guys know I have contact dermatitis, so they're pretty sensitive right now. And so I need a little bit of love it, and this is a great cream to just slap on, go to sleep, and it will help my skin recover. This has ceramide in it, and that's one of the reasons why I love this cream. Ceramide is an amazing ingredient, especially if you need a little bit of help in repairing your skin barrier, because ceramide is very nourishing. It will help fortify your broken, damaged skin barrier. And I feel like this is a cream that I would recommend to anyone who's looking for a nice cream that tackles a little bit of elasticity, skin barrier, just the basic stuff. It is a bit on the thicker side, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not like suffocating. Alright, moving on to cleansing products. I also have a couple. Okay, let's start with the Mixun. I'm almost done with this. P.S. This leaked. Do not take this when you travel. This leaked everywhere, even though this does have that twist cap on. So I was hoping to use it all up. I love it, don't get me wrong, but I was like, do I really want to pack this into my suitcase? But anyway, this is the Mixun Bean Cleansing Oil. I just did a video on this, and I told you guys that, okay, my ride or die cleansing oils is the Bobbi Brown one, and then the dupe, the perfect dupe for it is the Skin 104. What is the name? Oh my gosh, major brain fart. You guys know which one it is. I have it right there. And because I love cleansing oils, I used a lot. And none of them really just like hit the spot for me, except for the Skin 104 until I met this. This is very, very reminiscent to the Skin 104, and it's even lighter, if I dare say. And it's very thin. The formulation is thin. You guys know I like thin oils. I don't like thick ones. And it emulsifies beautifully, and it washes off beautifully, and it takes off everything. So these are the oils that are right down my alley. Next, I have the Vitamin Vitamin C Cleansing Balm. This cleansing balm is really good, guys. So I also did a sponsorship on this with Uni, and we debuted it as idols. If you guys haven't seen that, go make sure to watch it. It was like a dream come true. And we had an intense makeup on. I'm talking about like lashes, you know, like heavy eye makeup, and this took it all off in one go. Any day that I have a bit of like thick makeup, this is the balm that I will use, and it works beautifully. And also, because it's a balm type, this does not leak like somebody, you know. So I took this with me to Thailand because I was attending a wedding and I had the whole shebang show going on. And this works beautifully. It melts beautifully onto your skin. It removes everything so nicely. So I actually really like this, and it doesn't feel as waxy. And of course, their low pH hyaluronic gel cleanser. Guys, I know like there's a lot of like gentle pH gel cleansers, low whatever out there, but this has got to be the most gentle one. It honestly feels, okay, it doesn't feel like I'm not doing anything. That's an exaggeration. Yes, it feels like I'm cleansing, but I recommended this to my friend who I shared the room with during my trip to Thailand, and she has really sensitive skin. She has such sensitive skin that she uses enzyme cleansers. Like she actually bought a little enzyme cleanser. She uses it the tiniest touch and she like breaks out. And I felt comfortable enough recommending this to her, and even she said, "Oh, this is very gentle." So this has grape extract and 10 different types of hyaluronic acid, and it's got that gel type, and it doesn't foam up well in my experience, but you guys know I'm really terrible at that, but it works. So this is great for second cleansing if you want to cleanse in the morning. Oh guys, I forgot to mention the creams, the Dr. Different retinol cream. Like, get out of here. Like, this is such a masterpiece. I love Dr. Different. I think they really do make great products, like their zinc Cica metal cream, as well as their vitamin C serum. Their formulation is really top tier, but the price point is not too bad. So this, their Vita retinol cream is one of the creams that I love. This really does wonders for your texture. Just use it for like a month and you will see a difference. Retinol, as you guys know, is like one step ahead of retinol, so it's easier for your skin to see a fix. I did a whole video on this, so go check it out if you guys want to know more about what's the difference between retinol and retinol. But this is a beautiful cream that you should definitely check out, and I absolutely love it. This is also a product that I always have in my collection. I'm like Gollum when it comes to this one as well. Also, I have to give Sooryehan a shout out. Their toner, I only have the emulsion because I threw away out the toner because I already did an empties video and I'm done with it. I don't want to have extra trash in my very tiny room. I want to give this a shout out because their toner is a product that just suited my skin so well. So when I have bumpy texture on my forehead, there are two ways I tackle it. First, I make sure to hydrate my skin, and then if that doesn't work, I use the Isntree 2% BHA Chestnut Liquid Baha, whatever. I'm so bad with names, you guys know. And the Sooryehan is one of the toners that works really well to tackle the textures too. And I just loved the amount of viscosity, the level of hydration it gave me. It just suited my skin very well. It didn't feel too watery, it didn't feel too like snot, you know, 콧물-like, you know, it was just like right in the middle. And I want to give it a shout out because not only did it work great for me, but it kind of changed my mind on expensive brands. This and the Shiseido one, because you guys know I'm a little snob when it comes to like high-end. I'm like, Kbeauty is better. But this year I was like, hey, they're not that bad, you know, they actually work. So I just wanted to do a little shout out, and I still recommend it. I love the emulsion one as well. The toner and the emulsion in conjunction will work beautifully under makeup. It will make your skin very 쫀쫀해. So I think the bone line from Sooryehan is really worth checking out. Supplements! I love supplements! And I'm not gonna discriminate. I didn't bring all of the supplements that I love this year, but I bought a couple, and I'm actually gonna take this one right new. This is the Nukin Double Power. We actually have a couple of supplements in the Unity box as well, so you can check that out. We have the collagen jelly from 107. We have the ginseng strip. But anyways, just the whole bunch. If you're... Guys, I'm telling you, it's different when you're in your 30s. I'm 31 right now, and supplements do make a difference. I know, you guys might be like, if you're in your 20s, you're not gonna get me. But if you're in your 30s, these little things make a difference. This is vitamin C. And also, I really wanna do a shout out to like collagen jellies because they really help. I'm on a little diet, like a weight loss journey. You guys know I'm gonna do a video on that, but oh my gosh, like there are times, because I am on a weight loss journey, there are times where I'm craving for like cupcakes. I have two cupcakes right in front of me from Rovectin, and I'm like finding every inch of my soul not to have it, and I'll just take the collagen jelly and it helps so much. Oh my, it makes life more bearable. I'm gonna take vitamin C because vitamin C is important for antioxidant and collagen production and everything. Alright, we're going to move on to these lip tints. Guys, I kid you not. These ColourPop lip tints are mind-blowing. I never used to be a fan of lip tints because I just hated the way they looked at me. Like even like initially, when you first put it on, I'm just like, no, I didn't like the colors. It was too red. I just never liked its longevity. It would like settle between the cracks and dry the heck out of it. It was just not cute. That's why I always opted for velvet liquid lipsticks or like lipsticks. But time has changed, girl. Technology has evolved, and tints are no longer the tints that they used to be. So these ColourPop tints are so hydrating. The colors are so much more sophisticated, and I just love how they look. My favorite ones are 2, 5, and 8. 2, 5, 6, and 8. I feel like those colors are suitable if you're someone in between like warm and cool. So even though I'm warm tone because I dye my hair, I can still... Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. My shoulder was covered. I feel like I can get away with a bit of both. So this number 8 is a bit of cool tone, but it still works. It honestly just looks like a red raspberry wine color. So it works. So those colors are the ones that you want to check out. Alright, last but not least, I have the Hairology shampoo by Dr. AD. That honestly has been life-changing, and this is without any exaggeration. I told you guys I think I've already mentioned this in a couple of videos, but before encountering or using the Hairology shampoo, I always used to use Amore Pacific ones, and for like 10 years or something. I was a very loyal customer until I noticed like my scalp was getting acne, it was getting breakouts, it was getting red, it was getting itchy, it was getting dry, but it was still oily. It was a whole mess, and I thought that was normal. I thought that was how it was meant to be. But it was to a point where it would get really sensitive if I didn't wash it every single day. And I was like, hold up, that doesn't seem right. But because I only used Amore, I thought that was how it was supposed to be. But after I encountered Hairology, my scalp feels so much more healthy. I no longer have redness, I no longer have like itchiness, I no longer have dryness, I no longer break out just because I didn't wash it for like every single day. So I honestly owe my scalp's health to Hairology. It feels so much more healthier. I no longer have those problems. And the special ingredient in Hairology that makes the difference is deep mineral seawater. So Dr. AD, she did the whole research on trying to figure out how you can moisturize the skin and like the scalp and the hair without overwhelming it, without making it too heavy. And the answer is the deep mineral seawater. It just works, and my scalp feels so much healthier. So that is definitely one of the best finds in 2023. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I have one more video coming up before this year goes by, and there will be a little giveaway, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to let me know which products you loved using this year. I would love to know, and I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao!